So if you want to incorporate a GIF into your After Effects file and have it loop, there's a couple steps to make this work. The first is to find a GIF that you want to work with, and I'm going to work with this one at BMO. And first is you need to save it. So I'm going to right click and then go Save Image As. And let's do BMO for a name. Make sure you know where you're saving it. And then you go to your After Effects file, double click inside your project window or do File and Import. And I'm going to navigate to where my image is, say Import, and it'll bring it in as a GIF. And sometimes it'll have a transparent background, sometimes it won't. Kind of depends on what you're working with. And then I'm going to drag and drop it onto my composition. And here you can see that it only runs for a certain length of time. So this only runs for a second and then it stops. So what happens is it runs for a second and then it's totally done. To make this loop, you need to right click inside your project window on your GIF, go to Interpret Footage and Main. And this is where you're going to allow the image to loop or set a number of times that you want your image to loop. Go to Main, and then down here at the bottom, I'm going to say loop 20 times. Just, you can choose any high number. You can always go back and change this. And if for some reason you needed to change the frame rate, you could do that here as well. I'm going to say OK. And now you'll see that this has really extended. I can stretch this out and I can make it just as long as my work area here if I need to. And if it was too short, I can just go back and stretch it out longer. So now we'll see it dancing, doing some good dance there. And that looks pretty good. Now what's cool is since it's on top of the shirt, I could take it and parent it to the shirt. And so if I then go in and move my shirt around, and let's actually, I'm just gonna make it rock back and forth. Let's do rotation, and let's start with it this way. Let's bring this back here. And then we'll start with it going the other way, over to here, jump forward, and I can just copy and paste those. So it'll go back and forth. So now we'll get this dancing along with it. And if I want it to feel a little bit more, you know, as a part of the shirt, you know, I'm using a little bit of a low resolution image, but if I take this and I either turn down the opacity, it'll make it feel like it's a little bit more on the shirt, or I could even change the blending modes to multiply, and now it'll feel like it's a little bit more part of that shirt. Notice how it has that same sort of color tone. Might even turn down the opacity just a tiny bit as well. Now we've gotten something that's a little bit more integrated into the scene.